Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. And the Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars' offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a leader.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Makes his connection. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They're going to throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Cougars are marching down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They go to the draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. Off play action. Quickly complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Barrow. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Higgins. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Got his man quickly. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rodriguez. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Second down coming up.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
3, Washington State, 0.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fair catch, called for and made. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. so close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's going to the right looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. Kick another one. It's 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Red pass, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Washington State will have to boot it away. Makes a move. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to him. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Blair. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The run to the left. Breaks the tackle. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Barrow. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second down.
Wide out in motion. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll do it himself. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Cougars have their offense in high gear.
Cougar first down.
They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
First down for the offense.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
Washington State, 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Nice move there. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to pass. It's Barrow. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Number 7.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after.
They're on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Alabama is currently ahead early in this one, but they haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This is a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Holding. Receiver team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Merrill. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown Sooners. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma 17. Washington State 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
This time he's got his man. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same approach.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Barrow. He looks that one in nicely. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. On target. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They'll line up for a second down play. A strike downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wazoo! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
17, Washington State. 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll leave it with him. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right?
Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Washington State, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the punt. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Washington State will have to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Sooners!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Louisiana delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Lafayette. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Gets it out quickly. Plows through the defense. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 5 on that last one now. How aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? Trying play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. To the air. It's Barrow. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Lining up for the PAT.
Cougars on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. The fair catch called for and made. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line.
2nd down coming up.
He leaves it with his back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Got him downfield. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 88.
And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
Oklahoma 45. Washington State 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to pop the draw. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It's complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Washington State going quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. Now on second down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field.
And he breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and throwing the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They keep attacking through the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Got it in the middle. It's Higgins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Looking downfield, it's Barrow. Finds his man down the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Higgins. After that last completion, it's second down.
Picks up 1. Brings up second down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners send out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll try the left side. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Takes the easy completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Washington State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trick for the house.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one.
On the ground, it's Blair.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Barrow. Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks The offensive line has to do a better job.
The Sooners will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the middle. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now they'll run the draw. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Open space at the 25. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's got it on the right. Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. At the 35, he's loose. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snags it. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
First down, second.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 7.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
52. Washington State, 24.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Leaves it with the back. And the Sooners get it past the sticks. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Barrow. Quick strike complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. Brings up.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it up.
Touchdown, Sooners! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Catch in the middle, it's Flores. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Off the boot, looking for his man. They're trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a wide open receiver. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage blitz.
That had all the makings of fog meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
Washington State will have to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. Give to the running back. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
And first down for the offense.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quickly complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Caught at the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Pickup of 8. Brings up 2nd down.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Lets it fly. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Got a lot of running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Ohio State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Makes the grab outside. It's Higgins. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun to give to the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Flips it out to the back. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
That's caught. It's Higgins. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. To the air, it's Rivera. He's got the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Washington State sends out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He's got great speed. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. The give out of the gun. He breaks a tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Rivera. Quarterback just flat missed him, incomplete. 3rd and goal where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Rivera. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up by 17 over Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On second down, he's looking downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, wants to throw it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Washington State will have to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.